Not talking about Knuckles of Sonic and Knuckles fame. I'm talking about Knuckles on my fingers. It's still alright. Sure, sure. Anyway, play a video game. Let's play a video game. Let's play more Wizardry HD Remake. The official title of this is Wizardry Proving Grounds of the Mad Overlord, but as it is an HD remake of the 1981 game of the same name, or mostly the same name, I am choosing to just call it the Wizardry HD Remake. I believe the full title of the original is Wizardry Proving Grounds of the Mad Overlord, the first scenario. Let's continue. You can see here that we have done some grinding since the last time we were here. One interesting note about this party as currently constructed is we do not technically have a dedicated mage. We have Chubo, who has the full set of mage spells, but Chubo is not a mage. Chubo is currently a fighter. Started Chubo off as a mage and then transitioned him into a fighter to get him some more HP. And we'll be doing some more class changing throughout this. I actually did kind of miscalculate a little bit. MTI and Mercury Zelda are both currently samurai. They can cast the, I believe this version calls it the Arcane School of Magic, albeit they learn it at a slower rate than a dedicated mage does. I made Mercury Zelda and MTI neutral so that they could be samurai and also fit in with the rest of my evil party. What I forgot, or failed to take into account, is that neutral characters cannot learn the divine set, the priest set of spells at all. Those classes are not open to neutral characters. And there is no way to get out of neutral alignment, so my cross-character spell capacity is going to be somewhat reduced. But anyway, we have 4 characters at over 100 hit points. We also have characters between level 12 and level 14. Now, typically 13 is where the is kind of considered endgame level for Wizardry. I'm making quotes like you can see me. Did I ever turn my mic back on? There's an excellent question. I did. Good. Nice job, me. You know what I didn't do, though, that I'm now realizing? One moment. I know what I'm going for. Let's click that. Oh, nope. Okay. One sec. Look, if you're not doing tech support live on stream, are you even a streamer at all? First thing I want to do is this. And then the second thing I want to do is... Did I put this back? I don't actually remember. I don't think I did. I did not. Okay. That's what I thought. Oh. Okay. There it is. There's our music. Lower that on my end. Okay. So, anyway, as I was saying, level 13 to level 14 is actually the last time the experience point requirement to go up a level actually increases. So, like, 14 to 15 takes the same amount as 13 to 14, as does 15 to 16, etc., etc. So you might think, wow, MTI, you've got, like, your entire party, basically, at or above endgame levels. You must be feeling pretty comfortable right now. My reaction is to laugh and say, you must be new to Wizardry. Hello, Almisia. And that's even without taking into account what I mentioned earlier about sort of miscalculating how I want my cross-character magic capacity to go. But anyway, I do know I want Chubo and Lag.com by the end of this to effectively be kind of archmages, if you will. I want them to have all the spells in both schools. Mercury Zelda and MTI are going to have to just stick with the mage spells. Maybe I even just don't take them out of Samurai. Maybe I just deal with the fact that it's going to take forever to level them up. Silver, I'm pretty sure I want to just leave as a fighter. Silver is going to be my tank. Their role is going to just acquire a ton of hit points and mercilessly, murder everything with a ton of hits around. As the real life Silver approves of my strategy for the in-game character Silver. And then as for you, Almacia, I still have to figure out what I want to do with you, ultimately. You are currently my thief, and I need some form of trap disarmament. Be that thief or ninja. And yes, I know I took down the audio for a sec. There we go. I do believe I do want to give you both spells, both schools of magic as well, because I do need, like, as many people as can cast spells as possible. Yeah, I might have you turn out to be a ninja as well. I still have to kind of work out what I want to do there. There may be like a couple off-stream grinds, and then I turn you to ninja, and then I figure out how I want to order this party. So, but in any event, let's head back into the maze, shall we? So last time out, we finished exploring floor 5. We started floor 6. We got a neat little Easter egg, so that was fun. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to, so Cadorto, is this Cadorto? Spell is not as effective or safe. Spell can be used, yep, okay. Resurrect person, can you do that in battle? That's the big thing. I kind of need to learn that. In fact, before we move on, let's do this. I don't know if if you can do that in battle. We're gonna find out, and how we're gonna find out is this. Visit training grounds. And we're going to create a new character. Sure, whatever. So I need you to be... What do I need you to be? It actually doesn't matter what you are, good sir, or madame. Sure, fine. Fine. Yeah, okay. Let's see. Person's lot in life. This person's life is Exhibit A! Alright, cool. So we will now... Now, our pal Exhibit A, he's a very enthusiastic adventurer. Unfortunately, he is not very smart. So he's just gonna run into the maze, he's naked, he's fine, it doesn't care. Yeah. Yes, I believe that also applies to if you try to resurrect ashes at the temple and it fails, they also become lost. So our pal Exhibit A, he's not very smart. He's gonna come in here, he's gonna run into 2 groups of monsters. And our boy Exhibit A fancies himself a monk. He's just gonna punch things to death. Unfortunately, what our friend Exhibit A has forgotten is that monk is not a character class in this. I suppose ninja sort of is. Small humanoid kills Exhibit A. Our entire party has been slaughtered. Rip Exhibit A. Alright. Give him the old salute there. The image is just going to be jerky, unfortunately. It's not on your end. It's my computer struggling desperately to both run the game and stream the game. And I'm not sure what to do about it. I could, I suppose, put more... I could put more, like, I guess, resources into that. Put more bitrate in, but I don't know if that's actually going to help. Because I think the bottleneck is my computer. It's not necessarily the fact that, it isn't the fact that I'm not putting enough bits into it, although I probably am not. I just don't think that's going to help. Because I don't think that's truly where the bottleneck is. Okay, so we'll put lag.com, and we'll throw an MDI in there as well, just to interviews. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's not just you. Okay, so first things first, we need to go pick up the body. That is in here. Yeah, okay. 5 skeletons, 4 small humanoids. Okay, so. Kobolds, advance. So you are going to try to dispel the skeletons. You have some... You don't have... Okay, sure. Mahalito, the kobolds. Whack! Alright, cool. Got him. Okay, we do not have great odds on that, so we are going to abandon this chest. And then we are going to camp. Hey, look, non-party characters are present in this room. Let's go. Let's add that person to the party. Exhibit A. Very dead. Now, let's go find another battle. There we go. Okay. That will tell me what I need to know. A spell. Okay, cannot cast Kadorto in combat. Good to know. And you can... Okay. I have my answer. Sure, lag.com. Try attacking. See what happens. We'll throw another Marlito. That should kill the orbs. Yep. Nice. Okay. Alright, so I will visit the inn with MTI because MTI used some spells. I need 404,000 experience to reach a level. It's just so much experience. Okay. I'd like to get MPI up to level 25 as well. That's so much experience. Okay. Alright, let's remove Exhibit A from the party. Exhibit A, thank you for your service. Thank you. Your reward is you get wiped from existence. Goodbye, Exhibit A. Alright, now then. Okay, so Mercury Zelda. I'm adding these in no particular order. I don't remember if I had you use a protection spell before I bailed out on the whole thing. Okay. Alright, so we're going to explore more of floor 6. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a good time. Hold on, I need to... Okay, so... I need to reset my party here. Change position. One thing that was in the original game that is not in this one was an easy way to sort of redo your whole party. I'm a little upset that that's not really an option in this. You have to do it one at a time here, which is sort of annoying. Chubo can go in the second slot. Do I put Mercury Zelda and their better armor class in the 4th slot? I think I do. Okay. Alright, now I take 5 down. Now we cast the protection spell. I also am not sure how much I honestly like the fact that spells are all in one huge list. We're just sort of being segmented out. Down to 4/4. So it looks like the developers of this remake, they fixed some things in this version, but not everything. So earlier we had the you saw how I had the in the last stream you saw how we came across a little Easter egg about the party on floor 6 that was apparently either not in or not always enabled in the original version. Here there are a couple things. Here on floor 4 there are a couple things that are broken or bugged. The first is if you look at 11, let's see, 11 north, 3 east, that square with the door leading south. That door is supposed to require the gold key, and it just doesn't. And the second thing is at 7 north, 3 east. That's actually supposed to be a door there, not a solid wall facing south. You'll notice there's a whole, like, sort of, you know, southwest chunk of the level you just can't get to. And that's, that is changed in not necessarily this remake, but actually in a fan, I guess, fixing of the original Apple version, or the Apple IIe version. So, okay. Having said all that, so, nope, I don't want to go that way, I want to go this way. An encounter! One weird humanoid. It's a Zambo. I surprised the monsters. Whack! I don't even get... Okay, I don't even get a treasure chest for that. Click. So this one you unlock with a blue ribbon. An encounter! 2 large humanoids. Those are ogres, okay. I should be able to just smack these. Yeah. I can see the differing hit points there. Silver hit one for 21 damage and killed it. Then Shubo hit the other one for 23 damage and did not kill it. Maybe we can expect this one. Breathless chest, you say. Alright, Silver, take the risk. Cool. Alright, so let's use the elevator. I'll just briefly pop down to floor 5 and take a look at what that looks like. That's what floor 5 looks like. You can see it's pretty well all mapped out. That area in the center, that kind of a 13 east, 7 north, that's actually an anti-magic area. That's a good time, that's fun. But let's, okay, instead, let's continue using this elevator. Let's go down to floor 6. Okay, so we're here. Oh, also, if I haven't already, I can... Oops, no, stop. Yeah, okay, do that. Also cast a light spell here. And you can see we have a nice... Our key inventory has, I believe, all the items, actually. Alright, let's go over here. And we've explored this, but let's go this way. 1, 2, 3. Okay. That is about what I expected to see, frankly. A little less so. 1, 2, 4. Okay. It's gonna lead anywhere? Let's find out. Nope. Okay. Fair enough. Very good. We'll go back this way. And this time we'll try this door. Hallway. Okay. Is this going to be a spinner? Do not appear to have spawned. Okay. Encounter. 3 leather-clad men, 5 priests. Those look like high-level rogues. Okay, bishops and level 4 thieves. Okay. Try that. Yeah, everybody else parry. That's fine. Bishop cast Catino. Oh, that's not great. Alright, didn't do much. That's a little more worrying. Ow. That's fine. Luckily, they did not silence Chugo, so... Killed 2 of them, that's fine. Yeah, okay, so it says it cast on me, but they resisted, which is not actually what happened. What actually happened is I was silenced. Wow. Oh wow, they are actually pretty chunky. Okay. Okay, I can do without the whack. Alright, killed 2 of them. You missed. Nice. Level 4 thieves regroup. Alright, that's fine. There we go. Alright. Not too bad of a fight. Took some damage, but I have a decent chunk of experience out of it, too. That's nice. Spec chest. We're pretty certain there's nothing in there. Alright. Didn't get any gold. That's upsetting, but okay. Okay. What I'm gonna do here. Okay, so I'm guessing that's just gonna, if I keep going that way, that's just gonna kind of take me through the perimeter. So let's do that, actually. Oh, there's a, yeah, okay, there's a wall there, I knew that. But if I go this way, 1, 2, 3, okay, yep. And if you're curious, yes, I could just, you know, look up a map of all this, but that's no fun. Encounter 3 insects. 3 giant spiders. Okay. Alright, we killed 2 of them. Giant spider missed. Nice, okay. And we killed him. Nice. Okay. So, how is everyone on this fine Sunday afternoon? Hope everyone is doing well. Hope you had a good weekend. As for me, I ran a 5K road race this morning. This weekend's a long weekend. Oh, that's cool. I think. It might be the same for me as well. Oh, cool, cool. Thanks. One, two, three, four, five. Yeah, okay. Wasn't sure I counted that correctly. I did. 2, 3, 6. Alright, cool. So I've now done kind of the entire perimeter here. Looks about how I expected it to. Alright, let's see what we got here. Or secret door. Go for the secret door. Let's go for the secret door. Let's see what's in here. Okay, we have another secret door to the right, which is interesting. Secret doors all over the place in here. This way. Okay. So I'll keep going this way for now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So it just leads back there. Okay. Not super interesting. Here. Three. Just a regular old door there. Let's check that out. Encounter. 1 insect. Monster surprised me. That's not great. Okay, luckily they missed. There's only 1 of them, so whatever. So, by the way, the fighting classes, which are in this case the fighters and samurai I have, although Chubo will not be staying a fighter forever. Every 5 levels, at level 5 and every 5 levels thereafter, they acquire an extra hit attacks. So 1 more level, Silver will be able to do up to 4 hits per attack. 96% certainty blades, alright. Alright, that's actually good because it means we've correctly identified the trap. Nope. Didn't get any gold out of it, or didn't get any items out of it. That's upsetting, but okay. That is just a Square of nothing. Great. Okay. Oh, also there's it. You're recording my map. Okay. Nice. Let's take a look over here. Okay. And in. Nothing. Nothing there. Nothing there. Nothing there. Okay. One, two. Okay. Okay, I can't say the layout surprises me that much. But let's see, anything in here? Nope. No encounters, no nothing. Alright, fine. You be that way, game. Alright, let's see what's in here. Encounter. 6 robed men. The monster surprised me. That's not great. 6 level 5 mages. That's also not great. Level 5 is less than level 8, so I assume Makanito will work here. Yes, okay. Somehow, that was not worth a whole lot. Okay, interesting. And once again, got no experience out of that. Okay, so I believe I'm at 5, 5, 6. Just confirm that. Yes, okay. So 5 west, 5 south, 5 west. We are bailing out of this so hard. Okay. believe that's all the modules we have yet. Go from Dynamax. Okay. Okay, how much does Almesia need? 224,000. Yeah. Being a thief will do that. Alright, back into the maze. So yeah, that fight that you saw there is why I am never completely, I'm never completely cozy, as it were, playing this game. Especially with the Apple II rules where, oh yeah, that is, like, oh yes, getting surprised and having a bunch of spells cast on you is a thing that happens in this game. In later ports, they actually adjusted that rule. So neither you nor the enemies could cast spells on an opening round where either of you got the jump on the other. Probably a little more fair, honestly. Encounter. A large humanoid, 6 rabbits. There's an ogre guarded by a bunch of Vorpal bunnies. Okay. Vorpal bunnies advance. Oh boy. Okay. I hope these are all gonna run. Okay, missed. So, Vorpal bunnies. Vorpal bunnies are basically Vorpal bunny ninjas. They can insta-kill. So. Here, I get a chest. Stunner. Silver receives a potion. Almesia receives a mace. Okay. Click. Already unlocks the door with the blue ribbon. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yes. Anything with a kill percent, anything with a high level spell in this game will never not be terrifying. Okay, this really needs to stop. Ow. I think were-rats can theoretically poison, but... Ow. Right, yeah. I haven't played any of the Wizardry Guide ends. Maybe I should at some point. Alright, we got another treasure chest, that's cool. Sure. 86% chance, I'll take those odds. Whoever receives a sword. Whoever receives 23 gold. Actually, I'm gonna take a look at this sword Chubo got. Okay, it doesn't look like something worth equipping. You can sometimes from the picture make out if it's going to be a good or a bad item. Fancy, fancy. Okay, cool. Dial on MPI. Okay, that was a pretty good spell. Pretty good healing. Yeah, and then there are just things where you just run into them and you just know you're dead. The big one is Greater Demons. Like, if you come across a Greater Demon, unless you are absolutely ludicrously over-leveled, it's like, oh, this battle's just over. You know. Hope you weren't playing hardcore, chump. Which, by the way, I have not backed up my character at all. Speaking of, hope you weren't playing hardcore, chump. Good news is I think Greater Demons are... Alright, hold on, let me take a look at this. Yeah, I think, yeah, here. 2 squatting figures, 4 ninja dogs. Okay. Oh yeah, those don't look, okay. An old picture, yeah, okay. Also, squatting figures, I imagine, might also be ninjas, now that I'm thinking about it. Okay, let's... An encounter, 4 masked women. Oh, that's not great. Speaking of ninjas, hey! We got the jump on them. This is definitely a good point to use Makanita. Level 6 is lower than level 8. Fortunately, that whole surprise thing working both ways very rarely can work out to your advantage. Okay, right. I.com receives armor. Okay. His armor here. Let's see what he got. Armor. Okay. Looks like some sort of leather armor. Actually, I don't know what that looks like. Alright, well, anyway. Right, okay. Yep, so that's that. I guess I'll go this way and just sort of complete this connection. No encounter. Okay, let's go this way. Oh, that's okay. Did I miss a hidden door there? Oh, doesn't look like it. Okay. Is this gonna teleport me somewhere? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right. Encounter 3 rogues man. Well, at least there's only 3 of them this time. Level 7 mages. That's a little frightening. Okay. We'll have Mercury Zelda provide an assist. Okay, luckily they're not very durable. At least they're not super durable. Oh, ow. Okay, that hurt. Doo-doo. I wasn't even aware level 7 mages had Belto, although I guess I should have been. Because they only ever cast Lahalito on me prior to that. Or Mahalito, but that's not as bad. So that I can. Okay, anyway, yeah, alright. Get some healing going here. Okay. Okay, let's do. So let's go this way. There's the stairs leading up to floor 5. And let's explore the rest of this sector. Yeah, the spicy spells are why I never feel totally safe in this game. One, two, okay. Going here. It's a lot of doors. Oh yeah, this is very advanced on. This is very old school D&D in that sense. Oh yeah, you are never totally safe. Also, interesting note about old school D&D. I will say one thing about that is there is a bit of a misconception that like stuff like the Tomb of Horrors was sort of the standard way to play old school D&D. And while that was certainly one way to do it, it was not the only way. In fact, the Tomb of Horrors was kind of made with a very specific purpose in mind. Well, two very specific purposes. The first was Gary Gygax's group, like the group that Gary Gygax, the creator of Dungeons and Dragons, played with, started talking some big smack, basically about how their group was invincible and could survive any challenge. And so Gary Gygax, in part, wrote that specifically to take them down a peg. Unfortunately, I can't find it now, but I believe he wrote a foreword to either Return of Tomb of Horrors or like a subsequent edition of it, where he noted this, and he also noted that while it wasn't an easy or a smooth process, he said to their credit, the group did in fact survive the Tomb of Horrors that he made it for. And then the second one was, as you say, it was, then kind of repurposed for tournaments where, everyone kind of knows going in, I don't know, do tournaments use pre-generated characters? I'm not familiar with Dungeons and Dragons tournaments. I mean, I know they exist, but I'm not super familiar with how they work. So is it like everybody like kind of has pre-generated characters? Right, okay. Fair. But, like, you know. Anyway, the point is, in the tournament environment, you know, maybe more so than a typical D&D game, everybody kind of understands going in that in some form or another, this is going to be a meat grinder, and the winner is essentially the party that doesn't get total party killed. You know, like, there's sort of that bargain kind of going in. Like I said, that's one way to do it, but it's not the only way. And actually, my understanding, again, is that Gygax actually counseled against making that your default state of play. Common, but not universal. Okay, that makes sense, yeah. Yeah, because I definitely do remember reading that. I thought it was actually in the collection I bought between 5 and 10 years back, probably closer to 10 at this point. It was like it was a reprint of the Tomb of Horrors with a couple other modules in it that also had a like the original Tomb of Horrors, because I wanted to see, is it actually like as complete BS as its reputation, you know, claims. And just reading through it, I can conclude that yes, it is absolutely as unfair BS as its reputation claims. The thing I said earlier about Gary Gygax's group actually surviving it, notwithstanding. Anyway. Right, yeah. Yeah. And like I said, you know, there's kind of a misconception, I think, probably not helped or helped by games like Wizardry and, you know, other games that sort of were inspired by it. That, like, that was the only way to play old school Dungeons and Dragons. Like, that is the default, and it really wasn't. As for Wizardry, I will simply say that there's a reason why they changed it so that even by Wizardry 2, you could not cast spells on the same turn as you surprised enemies and vice versa. They're like I said, greater demons are pretty rare, and I think they're only on floor 10, or they don't appear until at least floor 8 at the very least. But the point is, there's essentially, yeah. Yes, exactly. Yeah, bailing out and going back to town is never the wrong move in Wizardry. I will say that. But anyway. But, like, there's just no defense against surprised by a group of greater demons, Madalto, 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 you're dead, though. There's just nothing you could do, you know, in that instance. Except, like I said, hope you weren't playing, except hope you have a character this backup. Yeah. Encounter! One ethereal enemy. What is this friend? It surprised me and cast Mahalito. That's great. That's wonderful. Okay, so this is probably a spirit. Good news is, as I recall, they are not particularly durable. Okay. Good enough. So, by the way, interesting note. Instead of having also hello, Simple Sarah. So, instead of having a dedicated like experience value, all the monsters' experience is based on like a formula based on their like statistics, like hit points and magic resistance and armor class. And apparently, magic resistance makes up a huge portion of that formula. So, like, greater demons are worth a ton of experience. Speaking of, greater demons, and there just being no defense against them. Because they're like 95% magic resistant, and that is a huge chunk of the experience formula. So that's why a greater demon is worth, like, I think it's like 8-ish thousand experience per character, per demon. So, alright, anyway, we'll inspect the chest. This is official. So, a couple weeks ago, Digital Eclipse, out of nowhere, were like, hey, full Wizardry 1 HD remake in early access. And it is in early access still. You can see 3 of my characters are sort of like black and white sketches. That's because they haven't actually finalized that art yet. You can see a little hammer and sickle besides them. But the core of the game is supposedly playable start to finish. I'm on floor 6 now. Okay. I trust you. Amacia receives a sword. Right. And speaking of knowing your limits, we're going to cast your magic. Let's see where we are. 2 east, 10 north. Okay. Which tracks? Okay. It is, I would say it's more the latter. It is, basically pretty close to the original with, as you put it, a new coat of paint. As I understand it, a lot of it is actually just kind of a fancy, really, a somewhat resource-intensive, very, very fancy wrapper over the original. In fact, if I come out of here, really? Okay. This looks not great. Okay, masked women, level 6 ninjas, and master thieves. Okay. Level 6 is less than level 8, so Makanito will take care of the... Oh, so actually, another cool thing you can do, by the way, if I hit M, I pop the... I don't know why M, but I can pop the layout, like, sort of onto the main screen. And if I do it again, I can turn that off. Does Makanito kill Master Thieves? It does. I've fought a group similar to this before. Got it. Okay. Mahalito's not actually gonna help me much here, I don't think. I'll chuck it with you, because I don't really have anything better to do with you, but... Maybe, yeah. Alright, Makanito got off. Just... Good. 1400 experience. Okay. So anyway, we are going to bail out of here. Let me look at something here. Ten. Okay, that would put me there. So. All right. So I. Lower. Alright, I want to go up 5, 2 east, 10 south. Or 2 west, 10 south, rather. 2 east would get me there, too. But the big thing is the up 5 and south 10. Okay. It's crossed. That was an awfully slow animation. I was a little nervous there. I don't know if anyone else was. I always, even when I check and double check the coordinates, I'm always a little nervous when I'm Malor that I screwed something up and will teleport in the rock. But anyway, we made it out okay. Yeah, that was my understanding as well, Simple Sarah. I mean, I was shocked. Someone in another Discord, knows how much I like Wizardry and Dungeon Crawlers, and was like, "Hey, MTI, did you see this?" And I was like, "I had it, but yo." Yeah. Yeah, do not mess up Malor. Yeah. It essentially messing up Malor is like being in IT or computer science and, messing up something that has far-reaching production effects. That is a specific mistake you will make exactly one time in your life. Alright, so we've presently explored about 3/4 of floor 6. Alright, anyway, let me visit the inn again. Get this magic back. But yeah, I was under the same impression, Simple Sarah. Something I actually didn't realize was that at some point 20-ish years back, Andrew Greenberg, one of the people who created this game, actually sued Surtech, or whatever was left of them at that time. I don't know exactly the particulars, but yeah. But I was under the same impression, and I have said it before, and I will say it again. Developers, if you're listening, I understand, and I actually agree that, while it may be a little early to start thinking about the other games in the series, or 2 through 5, maybe a little early to start thinking about remakes of those, count me in as interested. Or even if you can just find a way to get, the ports. Straight ports of whatever, the Apple releases, the DOS releases, even though the DOS releases are bugged in a terrible way. Yeah. I remake straight ports, whatever. You put those on GOG or Steam, I will be first in line to buy them. As I basically was when I found out about this remake, because you called my bluff, so nice job there. Alright, I'm gonna actually, use the facilities, all that, run a quick ad, 1 minute long ad. I will be right back. I'll run the clip show. Sit tight, everybody. I will resume this discussion when I come back. Two levels. Learn hold. Learn sleep. Alright, cool. Already gained some levels out of that. That's cool. Alright, don't really get anything else from it, but that's fine. So now, our obvious next play is to go to Baron and apply. after stopping at the inn in Mist. Is there an inn in Mist? Where's an inn in Mist? Alright. See you. Timer's fine, cool. If all Red Dragon can do is attack, I'm going to lose this. Oh, the clutch crit. Oh, baby. Alright. Okay. Alright, so that was okay. Let's go find this room. It's not too terrible if you can stay on the script. The game tries to force you off script, and when it goes off script, like that, boom, the game tries to force you off script. We are now off script, and this is very hairy. This is not where we want to be. We do not want an axe. We want the holy water. We do not want anything that isn't holy water here. But we have an axe. Do I want to make this the point where I game over? No, I think I try to get to Wily. Okay. That's one way to do it, I suppose. Golgo 13 level snipe on that energy drop. Wow. I can't even be mad at that. In part because it refills my mag, but still. Don't forget about the trap chest in the lunar path. Lunar core dragons are more easily tamed if you have driven equipment. Okay, makes sense. Okay, I am back. But anyway, yes, would definitely love to see, something. Okay. Funny thing about that SFC version. You are mostly correct, Simple Sarah. The SFC version of 1 through 3, or at least 1 and 3, is pretty true to the originals, outside of outside of like some quality of life stuff that is actually really nice. The version of Wizardry 2 is very faithful to the NES port of Wizardry 2. However, because they had to rebalance Wizardry 2 to make it a standalone game versus what it originally was in its original form, which was basically an expansion pack for Wizardry 1. Wizardry 2 SFC/NES is actually quite different from Wizardry 2 PC. The basic concept is the same. You still have to get the 5 pieces of armor and trade for the staff and all that. But some of the layouts are different. Floor 6 is really interesting in the NES version because I guess spoilers for Wizardry 2, if you're, Wizardry 2, the original version, is 40 years old at this point, but spoilers for Wizardry 2 incoming. So in the original version of Wizardry 2, what you're meant to do is kind of wander the final floor looking for hints to a final riddle that you answer early on in the floor, and that's how you beat the game. In the NES version, they took the riddle out and added a couple things. One, they added a square where if you visit with a single character that doesn't have the full complement of Knight of Diamonds equipment, you just die. That character just dies and gets transported back to the castle. And you get snarked at for basically being like, in so many words, you idiot, you don't have the Knight of Diamonds equipment. And the second thing is they actually turned like the floor into kind of a post-game floor. Really interesting and like really strange, honestly. So I already did that, Nightbot, but thank you. So if in the PC version, once you beat the game, you can reassemble the Knight of Diamonds armor, and you can just kind of do the whole loop a second time, and you can beat the game again and get the ending and all that. With the same character as did it the first time, essentially. In the NES version, if you do that, what happens instead is when you get to the room where you would trade the gear for the staff, you actually get teleported elsewhere into floor 6, and with one character you wander around and try to I guess get a bunch of post-game loot. Okay. It's a really interesting decision, a fascinating one in my view. So also the PSX version of Wizardry 2 is actually much closer to the PC original. I don't know if they rebalanced it at all. Like the dungeon layout and the puzzles and everything are more reminiscent of PC Wizardry 2. Riddles and everything. So. Okay, what was I doing? Yes, I was, visit training grounds is not. Inspect roster. Items and see who has what here. Alright, you have armor, you have a sword, you also have a sword. That looks like a pretty basic sword. That's sad. MTI has nothing. We can remove MTI for now. So I can remove. I'm not going to delete. Yeah, there's Yep, Wizardry HD. Also, I apologize for my 5-year-old middle-of-the-road computer. Honestly, the game runs smoother and probably would look better than I am showing here. I'm probably not fully doing it justice. The choppiness is not the game. The choppiness is my computer trying desperately to run the game and stream the game at the same time. I mean, it's nothing to feel bad about, Simple Sarah. It's not something you're likely to pick up on if you don't actually, specifically go looking for the PC original, because I had no idea until many years later. Yes, 40-year-old game, it's fine. Just struggling. It's, I mean, I'm 40 years old. I struggle to run, so. Alright, what was I doing? Yes, I was removing myself from the party so I can then add our bishop. I actually have a couple bishops at this point, although only one of them can join the party. That one is the Scry. Scry has not kept up level-wise, but he's kept up well enough to perform his one function, which is to identify items for me. So this became a thing about 2 weeks ago. I think it was September 15th, just out of nowhere. Digital Eclipse, who, I trust Digital Eclipse with ports and, HD ports and remakes and whatnot. They were like, oh yeah, by the way, Wizardry 1 HD Remake, now in early access. And to be clear, it is still in early access. Oh, there's some stuff I do need to show, too. Speaking of, Sarah, you asked earlier about sort of a fresh coat of paint, or is there quality of life stuff? You've seen some of it already. Remember, Zelda had nothing. I don't think any of this is going to be particularly good stuff, but Potion of Law 2 Mophis. Okay, we'll keep that. If Longsword -1. Well, that's irritating. Alright. Chainmail -1. Okay. Regular short sword. Okay. Mace -1. Okay. Okay, so, answering... Yep, so answering the first question, it is pretty true to the original, and more precisely, it is true to the original Apple II 2E versions, which is important in one big way. In later ports, like all of the later ports, and even starting in Wizardry 2, when you surprise monsters or monsters surprise you, you cannot cast spells on the opening round. And vice versa, the monsters also cannot cast spells on the opening round. In this version, you can, and they can. Give me a moment, I'm going to pull up a, let me pull up a video here that shows you the results / aftermath of that. As I get basically the worst luck imaginable, I feel like. If you're on my Discord, it is the video titled "I Got Wizardried." But there are some quality of life things that are added to this version that are kind of nice. There is one that I'm a little on and actually turned off. What was what? Did I accidentally show something on stream I shouldn't have? But, okay. Alright, let me go up. Oh, wow. Wizardry Trilogy, that's cool, yeah. Oh, okay. The thing I disliked and turned off. I will get to that. Okay. So, the first kind of big quality of life thing is you'll notice in the top right corner, you sort of just have a giant bank of gold. And when you exit the dungeon, your gold is kind of taken off of your characters and it is added to this bank, which is kind of nice. But if I then hit escape, so there are some options here. Not a whole lot of options yet. I'm hoping they properly tie in the Unreal Engine stuff and eventually give you the option to just change a lot more than this. But you'll see if I hit E, I can go to old school options. And you can see I have them set custom right now. So the old school options, they're a little strange because they default to basically being the modern versions. So they will give you an old school option, but they will turn it off, essentially. So those are to hide the, you'll notice, you may have noticed also the little HUD minimap, which is not necessarily 100% reliable, but it's pretty good for the most part. So if you can turn that on and off. Text-only Dumapic. So turn that off. This is the one I turned on. So what they do, one of the things that they do is the modern, if you will, version is when you create a character, you just get a, well, you can read it here. Basically, this defaults to, I guess, technically, I turned it on, quote-unquote, but, so they fix your starting bonus points based on how much, based on basically your lineage, what used to be called race. Where, like, humans get, I think, 12. A lot of the other ones, I think elves and dwarves might get 10. Gnomes 9 and hobbits 8, or halflings 8. But the thing is, they actually also add a button to quickly reroll stats. So, turning this to random and then just re-rolling until you get more bonus points than you would have gotten on fixed is the superior option. Random attribute advancement. probably on average is faster, but so instead, what you get here is you just receive 1 to 3 points that you can distribute however you want. So I think the overall character growth might be faster with random, but I like the idea of being able to put points wherever you want, especially because there's one big thing. There's one big change in, so far, anyway. One big change in this is your stats do not reset on class change, which is actually incredibly helpful. You may remember in original Wizardry, and actually a lot of the ports, when you class changed, your stats reset to, like, your lineage minimum. Here they don't. So you really do want to, like, class change fairly often. And it also, you know, helps more characters learn more spells, which is always helpful. Like, right now, this party is still essentially rocking a single point of failure. In terms of Flag.com being the only one with priest knowledge. So if Flag.com somehow gets paralyzed, I'm in trouble. So original in an age configuration. In an age configuration, so they replaced age with something called the Vim, which is just sort of the same thing, but, you know, when you get to 0% Vim, you die, effectively. And then staying at anything besides the stables for the inn is still a sucker's game. But they did rebalance the options to give you a little bit more health per stay. And then one thing we probably won't be seeing is conversation hints. When you first go, when you kind of like... they rebalanced it. If you, you know, if fixed, you mean they made it so that's not a sucker's game. No, they did not. And frankly, I don't know how you could do that. In fact, one of the things I'm considering is actually trying to make a Wizardry-style game. And sort of thinking about how to be respectful of the player's time while still being challenging and whatnot. And I think one thing I've come up with is basically just refilling your resources when you make it back to town without having to do anything. Because, like, you know, otherwise what you're going to do is you're going to just, you know, you're just going to use your healing spells to heal up, which just takes time. That's not challenging, you know? And then disable conversation hints is, I don't think we'll be seeing any more here, but basically the first time something happens in a dungeon, one of your characters will pipe up with, "Hey, have you considered doing such and such?" Like, I think the last one we got was when I fell into a pit. You know, one of my characters was just like, "Hey, be careful about pits." Not that there's anything you can do about pits in this game if you walk into one, but... So those are the various options. One thing that's not an old school option, or one thing that's not an option that I'm surprised about, especially given the classic console preset, is there's no option from some of the console ports for a thief in the back row to hide and then ambush enemies, which is in SNES, the SNES Wizardry 1 through 3 that you were talking about, Sarah, as well as in SNES Wizardry 5. And it might also be an option in the later, I guess, post-classic Wizardries as well. Not that Wizardry 6 through 8 aren't also very good, they are, but the style of play is a little bit different, a little more expansive. Yes. Or the sort of Sodan style Watch Out for Pits, where the pits are, you know, it's marginally helpful there. So alright, we'll discard the changes there, and we'll resume. Okay, so now I need to sell some stuff. chainmail -1. Alright. Sell the mace minus. So there's a lot of -1. Let's hold a regular short sword, but whatever. Okay, the potion I'm going to give to another character, because that's actually something that's helpful to have around. That's the bad news. You cannot, unfortunately. Or at least if you can, I haven't figured out how to make it happen. Oh, you know what? I probably could just... Yeah, I was extremely sad about that. Actually, I think my favorite identify nonsense might actually be identify H, which isn't helpful at all, but if you succeed, it gives the character below the bishop afraid status, which is not actually used anywhere in original Apple II/2-key Wizardry 1. I'm actually not even sure if it's used in some of the other ports. It is used beginning in, at the very least, SNES Wizardry 5, maybe NES Wizardry 2. But it's the status when a bishop touches an item and is not sure if it's cursed or not. And in those games, you just fix it by exiting and re-entering the dungeon. But anyway. I am yammering on here. Let's remove the scry. Let's put me back in. There's a year or two back, Robert Woodhead actually did like a keynote for some sort of Apple II convention where he goes into depth about the what has become known in lore as the Item 9 glitch, even though Item 9 is not actually the most devastating thing you can do with it in terms of wrecking the game balance. I think it's Item S is actually the worst thing you can do game balance wise. Because Item 9 gives the bishop a ton of experience, which is, you know, that's not good for the balance, but bishops are not great fighters no matter how much HP you give them. 2 fighters, 2 high priests, a high ninja, not a master ninja, they're 2 different things. And 2 level 7 mages is the 4th group. And that is the group that will wreck you if you get surprised in a battle. Ask me how I know. Okay, I need to reset my party here. Yep, this is for the character below. So you can just... Yep. So that's how you just completely destroy the game balance. Is you just make the... Hey, what's up, Zio? It's, yeah. If you also go on my YouTube channel, you can see about an hour-long attempted rescue expedition after I get wizardried. Or I do actually manage to excavate the entire party and get most of the rescue expedition out as well. There's actually still one character I still have stuck down there, but that was a backup character anyway. It was one of the default parties, so... Oh, that is one change in this. The default party, the pre-generated party, actually begins at level 2. It's actually helpful. 16, no, 15 east, 9 north, 5 down. Okay. Alright, let's malure. I'm just gonna go right to the area I want to explore next. I do have 3 level 7 charges. Okay. Move squares down. Alright, so I'm gonna go down to floor 6, east 15, north, I guess 9. Yeah, alright. Yep, so S is for the character below, and then J either gives the character below 100 million gold or gives the bishop 100 million gold. I forget which. And then there's a few other things where you can successfully identify them, but they don't appear to do anything obvious. Or they probably maybe like change dungeon layout or something. Alright. Yep. Interesting. Okay. That's not what I expected to see there. Anyway, how's it going, Zia? Okay, well, that's... Well, that was a lot of nothing. Fine. We'll go, let's see, this way? Yeah, we'll go this way. Alright. Encounter! 4 strange animals. Gazehounds? They're Medusa lizards. Either way, not what you want to see here. Okay. No, in fact, we're gonna do this. I don't think Montino is actually going to help me here, but... Okay, luckily they're not very durable, so that's good to know. Alright. Okay, where am I? Right, I'm in there. I didn't even get to. Alright, so I explored 5 whole squares. I need to remember I need to save that last level 7 cast. I can bail out if I need to. There's nothing there. Oh, is this going to be another spinner? Yep. Okay. Alright, so I need to figure out where I am now. That would be 2. I think would be 3. That would be... Alright, that would be just infinity. Infinity, hold up. Something's off here. So one of these is also going to be a teleporter, just for additional fun. Okay. Okay, I know I am not where I think I am, and I know I'm not south. either west or east. Okay, I'm actually west. Alright, got it. Okay, so I think the one where I just couldn't see, that might have just been north. Okay. I understand now. Oh, and we have darkness. Cool. Alright. Something seems off there, but okay. I know I saw that, and I know it's... Alright, well... Boom! Sure. Okay. My phone is going ham. Ow. What's in here? An encounter! 5 rogue men. Let me guess, did they surprise me? They did not. Okay, level 7 mages. That's a lot of level 7 mages. So here's what we're gonna do. We are not messing around here. We are throwing every group spell we have at this problem. And you're going to Montino. Well. Alright. Killed him. Good. Chubo got the jump on him. That's nice. You can see level 7 mages do not have their animations finished either. So there's kind of a lot of stuff I sort of wasted, but... Let's put chest. Let's chest. Alright. Yours, he's a sword. Okay. Okay, that looks like a good sword. That's either a short sword or a long sword +1, I'm pretty sure. Looking like a short sword +1. Okay. I don't think short sword +2 is a thing, but... also check Chubo's, 2, okay. So that's south. Encounter, 1 rogue woman. Surprise the monsters, okay. 1 archmage, yikes. That I believe is south. So that would be west right there. Alright. Southeast. Alright. Yep, okay, that makes sense. Okay, so the big thing, I can't trust my map at this point. So casting to Mapic will kind of reset your map. Alright, let's start going this way. An encounter, 2 leather clay. These I think are just master thieves, so that's fine. Level 4 thieves, even better. So interestingly, this artwork, a lot of the other artwork is fairly reminiscent of the original, or not the original, but like the NES and SNES versions. Thieves and Ninjas actually quite different. I guess some of the Archmage stuff is as well, too. Now that I think about it. Disarm chest. Okay, luckily we don't have any mages, so, you know. It's fine. Failing to disarm the trap means you have at least correctly identified the trap. So. That's nice. Nothing there. Encounter. 6 armored men, 5 priests. Okay. Oh, and they're... okay. Alright. I mean, I think I can win this, but it's gonna be kind of rough, honestly. I don't want to use the last Tilto weights. I want them a lore if I can. Macanito. Let's try that. Neither of these are exactly fun to deal with. In fact, let's do something that... No, stop. Try a Malicto and see what happens. Oh, those are beefy. Yikes. Alright, I killed 2. Alright, whatever these are, Macanito did not work on them. Okay. Ito. Champ Samurais, okay. I'm not sure plural of samurai is samurai, but whatever. You know what I mean. Alright, so they should be weak enough that I can... Ow. Minus a silver. Okay. Oh, is that Wonder Swan? Okay. That I did not know. Let me see, receives a staff. Okay. Okay. All right. That is all of floor 6. I have no idea why that got picked up. But, all right, let's get out of here. I'm at 15, 14. East, 14 north. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Okay. Yeah, probably. And yes, I know I'm not exactly... Is Murphy's Ghost still around? Funny you should ask. I was just gonna go back to town, but, you know, since you asked. Over here. A large statue of a hooded humanoid. There's a golden light coming from a hole in the hood. The statue is bejeweled with precious and semi-precious stones. Under the statue is an altar from which incense is burning. We search the room with space. It's our boy! He's chatting with someone. He's very polite. I think thus far, he actually has the coolest attack animation in the game, too. Like, they spent a lot of time working on Murphy's Ghost here. Just flies at you. Chubo. How? Okay. If you're curious, I have killed a lot of Murphy's Ghosts to get this party this strong. I don't know how many, but it's a lot. Oh, is that the PSX design? Okay, it looks fairly similar to the, I mean, it's a little more ornate, but I can see, like, the... I surprised him. Cool. Like, I can see the kind of roots of the NES/SNES sprite there. Oh, yeah. Everybody did. I absolutely farm Murphy's Ghost for experience. I don't know what that hang-up was, but... I've killed so many of these Murphy's Ghosts, you have no idea. So many. So apparently, it's, from what I can tell, it's actually another shout out to a Surtech employee of the time. In the credits of this version, at least, maybe other versions, there's a reference to a Paul Ghost Murphy in the Surtech section. So I imagine, you know, he's another Surtech worker. Also, not that it really matters because it's, you know, mystic words, but there is actually a typo there in the, it's Mapiro Maha Maduro but okay. Is it in? Get everybody's magic back. I think there's actually another Murphy who worked for Surtech as well, but anyway. Okay, let's take a look at our roster again. See who has what. Okay, I could get rid of Silver. Not Chubo. Not Almacio, which is a little annoying. Is that just a regular staff? I don't know what that is. I think, alright, so it's the last two, basically. Alright. For now, Chubo and... right, I keep thinking Chubo is still in the mage slot. He's not, it has not been for some time. And remove Silver from him. You know, I'm not sure. Murphy's Ghost does make an appearance in NES Wizardry 2 as well. Knight of Diamonds is not originally in any of the Wizardry 3 ports, I don't believe, but is in the Game Boy Color one, apparently. So, there's that. Alright, so... Where did all my potions of Latu Novus go? I thought I had more than that. But anyway, give the party number. You start identifying. Short sword +1. Yep. Okay. And a regular staff. Great. Neat. Thanks, video game. So. He's summonable in 4. Interesting. I don't think I got to the point where I could summon him in 4. But I played up to the start of the, I guess you'd call it basement 6, or the 5th floor. The Whirling Dervish. And then I realized what I was in for with the Whirling Dervish. And I was like, yeah, how about now? Give that to me. I want to take a. I want to compare. (1d6 + 1) versus 1d8. Oh, 9. Okay, yeah. Right, yeah. The 2 attack... I actually think the attack minimum may be bugged in this version, in that it's... I don't know that it's supposed to be a minimum. I always thought it was like a bonus number of hits. But that doesn't appear to be the case. I'm gonna sell a short sword +1. If I have to, I can buy it back. I have 426,000. Yeah, I was gonna say, I imagine there are far better options if you make it up to, I guess, level 9/E2, or whatever the, you know, whatever it is at that point. Because, like, without spoiling too much, because I may well go back to Wizardry 4, If I remember correctly, even though it's a 10-level dungeon, it's not actually a 10-level dungeon. From what I remember. It's like more than that somehow. Maybe less. Or like 10, but not numbered 10 through 1. Alright, anyway. Let's try. Alright, so we have completely explored floor 6. And wobble, okay. Okay, good enough. 10 tiers of summons, fair enough. Okay, and so Murphy's Ghost is in like the 9th tier, in other words. Got it. Understood. I'm gonna do something a little silly here. Going to Malore 5 down just to... Just to cast Doomapic, just so I can get a complete Doomapic map. There we go. There's what floor 6 looks like. Those 2 squares down on the bottom there just looks like you can't get to them at all. As well as the 1 square in at 13, 14 there. So, alright. Nope, not 6. 5. Alright, there. That's teleporting into that spot. We're gonna not do that. Not yet, anyway. That's a fool's game. Although, actually, I think... I'm not confident enough to stupidly try it, but I'm fairly confident that the only place that is rock that is within like the 20 by 20 confines of the dungeon is floor 10. Like I said, not so confident as to risk it, but... Yeah. Okay. I think I did that already, but... Okay, back to the maze. That's the worst that could happen, yeah. Really? Really, video game? Really? Okay. I surprised him. Well, that's good. I hope so. 3 times for 27. 3 times for 24. Alright. Oh, I got like 3 gold? Okay. Yeah, what's that, Shadow? Right, yeah. Oh, Vorpal Bunnies, yeah. Yeah, the first time I played the SNES port of Wizardry 5, and I realized that the dungeons were bigger than 20 by 20, and you could actually go south and west in addition to north and east, like, blew my mind. I was like, what no, how do I map this? Like, did I screw up? Is the start not actually 001? No, it is. Alright, so to floor 7 we go. I don't feel like walking to floor... I don't feel like walking to the stairs to floor 7. So... Alright, we're at... Yep, okay, cool. 10-0, floor 7. Alright, so this will probably be the last excursion for the stream. Okay. Alright, so we have multiple secret doors here. More secret doors here. Okay. So this loops back around to up here. Okay. Did I just get teleported? I don't actually know, is the problem. I don't think so. Okay, there are a lot of secret doors here. Okay. Okay, so this is just a area with a bunch of secret doors. Okay, sure. Fine. Let's take this one. 2, 3, 4. Okay. That's a one-way door. That's cool. All right. Or a certain value of cool, I suppose. Okay, that one is not. This way. Okay. And I definitely got teleported somewhere. Okay. Do map pick, please. Okay, so there. Okay, so it looks like where I got teleported was... Okay. Okay, I think I get it. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so this is... That's a teleporter. Okay. Stuff like this, by the way, is why a lot of like strategy guides and things sort of advocate not even bothering to explore these floors. Alright, so 13. So this appears to be C1 prime. So it looks like that. Okay. So I now know where I am. 2 east, 13 north. Okay. Encounter 2 priests. Two high priests. Okay. Yeah, okay. Montino was ineffective. Oh, that's not good. High Priest cast Body. Okay. What did the other one do? Okay, it just tried to hit me, I guess. Alright, we killed one. And tried to hit me and missed. Okay. Okay. Killed High Priest. That's a lot of gold we got out of that. Okay, that's cool. That's so many doors. Try this one. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Encounter. Yeah, okay. Four major daimyo, 2 masked women that I can't actually see, and 5 priests. Those are ninjas. Great, wonderful. Okay. I am not messing around with this. We are totally waiting and hoping that kills them. That, I guess. Parry. Spell. Lorto the... I don't know. Go back. We token the... yeah, the ninjas. Cast Tilt 08, okay. Okay, we got the ninjas, that's fine. Okay, 2 of the major daimyos resisted, that's fine. I think we can get through this now. Okay, I don't know what they actually did there. They just tried to hit me. Yeah, okay, they just tried to hit me. Yeah. I see what you did there. Alright, killed one. Alright, missed. Fine. 3,000 experience. That is a lot of experience for one battle in this. Poison needle. Okay. Big.com receives armor. Remember, receives 60 gold. Okay. Okay. Minimap is, but the minimap can lie. If I don't cast Doom Mapic, minimap can very much lie. May well be lying right now. I don't know. Actually, you can't see it right now, but I am actually also graphing this out by hand. I'll show that after we either die here or make it back to town, whichever fate befalls our party. Hopefully, the... Oh boy. Okay. Six there. Okay, so I have been here before. All right. Good data. Because I've already opened the door over there, so this time the map is not lying to me. So that's nice. It is a large room that I'm not sure I want anything to do with, frankly. Yeah. Okay. An encounter. I just tried to open the door, and the game is like, nope, encounter. Oh boy. Okay. Level 6 ninja. Should be able to kill this, hopefully. Yes, okay. nothing of note here. Oh, I have to open the door. That's okay, fun. That wasn't actually the button I wanted to hit, but okay. So how did I get in here? Oh, right, okay. Do. Could go that way. Encounter 5 strange animals. Medusa lizards. Alright. They surprised me. Great. Okay. Yep. Yep. Wonderful. Cool. Also, wait. Attack. Alito spell. Madi on the petrified silver and parry. Silver is okay again. Silver was poisoned. Okay. Poison needle. Disarm poison needle. Got it. Let me see who receives a sword. Alright, cool. So. We're going to cast Do Mapic, and we're going to bail out of here because we're down to 1 Malor. Or make sure we're where we think we are, which we are, so that's good. 7 east, 5 north. Okay. I'm gonna go 7W, 5 south, 5 north, 6 up. 6 up, 7 west, 5 south. This is also kind of cheaty too. Doomapic working such that Doomapic giving you a full portrait of what the dungeon looks like. Alright, so we are at 7 east, 5 north. So we're going to go 7 west, 5 south, 6 up. Okay. Do always get a little nervous. It does not change. That never changes. Alright, so we have some stuff to identify. We also need to recover our resources. Whoops. Alright, sure. Obviously, it does not need to stay at the inn, knowing no spells. Okay. You can see some of my other backup characters here. So, here's the full roster. Salazar, Sarah, Hawkwind, Morden, Tuck, and Prospero are the default party. You can see I built them up to a pretty decent level. Try to mount a rescue mission. Salazar is the one who didn't make it out alive. Then there's my party, and then there's the Scry, my backup bishop. And then Benchwarmer and Thor 1, who were additional fighters created to go get people out of the dungeon. So, but anyway, what I am checking is... Alright, so you have nothing. I could get rid of silver for now. I've got Compass some armor. Let me see, it has a sword. Scry. I don't think I got anything particularly good this round. We'll check anyway. Okay, plate mail's not terrible, but it's not a short sword. Okay. Plate mail's not terrible, but it's also not really necessary at this point. Okay. Sell the plate mail and the short sword. So really my main problem is just I haven't found a lot of decent loot, even though I've been, like, scouring the dungeon. But anyway, let's, alright, let's visit the training grounds. Or not visit the training grounds, I'm sorry, I want to go to the tavern. And remove the scry party. Add silver back in. Go back into the maze and starting to fade here. I had to be up early today because, like I said, I ran a 5K road race earlier today. So I had to get up far earlier than I typically do on a Sunday, although not much earlier than I usually would on like a work day. But... Okay. All right, we got some good progress there. Good progress. So I'm going to quickly swap to the webcam. We didn't die. That's always good. Yeah. So one of the things to kind of know about Wizardry is, yeah, that you know, bailing out and going back to town is never the wrong choice, particularly once you get Malor and can hopefully just get back there whenever. So I'm going to, let's see, swap to my webcam. There it is. A little fuzzy, but because before we close down, I just want to show the maps that I've made so far. I'm going to make sure I didn't take any other like incriminating notes here before I do this. No, okay. Okay, so here is floor 1. See, I have teleporter 1 prime there. Move this over here. Yeah, it is very punishing, and like I said, I could use. Wait, that's something. There's a notice. By process elimination, that has to look like that, but here's floor 2. Like, I could copy out my character file, but I've not been doing that. There's floor 2, and there's floor 3. Ignore the blueberry jam there. You can actually see some of the intersections I didn't explore. Because I know what's in those, or I have an idea. I know what's potentially in them. That's the one where the dungeon tries to intentionally lead you into pits. And so, here's floor 4. So to the, let's see here. I'm going to try to, so over here, this is what I was talking about earlier, where it's like bugged or not working properly. Where, so this here, that's supposed to be a locked by the gold key, but it's just not. And then down here is supposed to be a door to kind of the other sector of the dungeon. That just isn't there. Here's floor 5. That sort of central chamber is actually an anti-magic field, which is interesting. And the squares with slashes in them are dark squares, if you're curious. Floor 6. A couple spinner tiles there in the 4-way intersections. Always fun. And then the start of floor 7. You can see there's a teleporter kind of by my pinky here. Yeah, over there. That chamber on the bottom right is what we just explored. So, that is that. Good exploration today. So... Oh, they're even better in some of the like earlier versions of Wizardries where I don't think they actually give you any feedback that you've been spun. The NES and SNES ports do. They'll like quickly sort of flash twice to let you know something happened. Either you got spun or you got teleported. But if I remember correctly, like Wizardry 4 in general, for instance, or at least the DOS port of it, like just doesn't tell you when you've been spun. So All right, anyway. We have reached the end of the stream for today. Which is very on brand for that game. Yep. And something not unique to Wizardry 4 is that if you think, oh, I'm on a spinner tile, oh, I'm on a spinner tile, I'll do Mapic to see where my what direction I'm facing. When you come out of it, you get spun again. So yeah, that's fun. Similarly, if you fall into a pit and go into camp, I believe when you exit, you get pitted again or mined. I think mine is actually the big one in Wizardry 4. There's an entire floor that's just a giant minefield, and of course you have to go across some of the mines, I think, in order to 100% the game. But anyway, let's find y'all a raid target. We've reached the end of the stream for today. I will upload this to YouTube at some point soon. We survived. That's about all you can ask for with Wizardry. Any session you survive is a good one, and like I said, bailing out and going back to town is never the wrong move. Okay. Find y'all a raid target here. I clicked the wrong thing. All right. Show all. Please show me all my live people I am following. Okay, I think I know where I'm going to send you to. I'm going to send you to RGL TV. They're doing this is basically their Sega crew doing the Sunday countdown. They're doing top 10 games released for the Sega Genesis in 1992. Looks like they're up to about number 4 right now. So go check that out. Just looking at the thumbnail, I'm pretty sure I can name 2 of the remaining top 3. Third one eludes me. Actually, I have a pretty decent guess actually. No, that was the next year. I'm pretty sure I can name 2 of them. I can name 2 of the 3 we haven't seen yet. I'm not sure about the third one. But anyway. All right, thank you all for watching. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Bye-bye, everyone.